That better be a good top deck. It is a good top deck. Oh man, that is funny. It literally keeps him going. Literally, what is that? Hello everybody and welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. Today we are going full nerd. We don't do it often on this channel, I have to say, but we want to test out a new card, but also it's the start of a season, you know, it's the second I'm recording this, which means everyone's back from Mythic into Platinum. You're going to be playing against people who are trying to climb, so you're going to be playing against half-decent decks or aggro decks, so that's the way it is. So what we're going to play today is a Reanimation Jund, utilising some new cards from the new set, and I think this is going to be broken. That's just my guess, and I'm trying to avoid broken decks that use the One Ring too much because everyone knows that card is good and everyone's playing it, and what we want is something that can win despite that card, not because of that card. So here we go. What are we playing? So we're playing Reanimation targets of Etali, Primal, Conqueror and Atraxa Grand Unifier. I won't go through these two cards, I think you know what they do. Basically, when either of these comes down, it becomes very, very, very difficult for our opponent to win the game. What are our Reanimation cards? They are Assemble from Parts, which for those that don't know is 1 black instant. Target creature card in your graveyard perpetually gains 1 black. Exile this card from your graveyard, shuffle it into your library, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's the 4/4 black zombie in addition to its other types. Activate only as a sorcery. So the card itself is an instant, but we can only then pay the 3 to bring it actually back to the graveyard as a sorcery. Now, 4 mana to reanimate a creature is cheap. Obviously, we only get a 4/4 version of it, but for Atraxa, it's a 4/4 flying, vigilance, death touch, lifelink that reveals the top 10 and blah blah blah. For Etali, it's a 4/4 trample that then exiles more cards and you pull them in. So that doesn't really matter for us. We're also running the new Rise of the Witch King, and this is only an uncommon, so if this deck looks interesting to you, this one is not a hard one to craft. Rise of the Witch King is 2, a black and a green for a sorcery. Each player sacrifices a creature. Good, let's make the opponent sack. If you sacrifice a creature this way, you may return another permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Now note, this isn't even just creatures, this is all permanents. So if we want to bring back a Fable or a Liliana, we can do. But obviously our main targets are going to be these. Now, for Rise of the Witch King to be good, we need a way of putting creatures onto the battlefield for us to be able to sack before we get to this point. Bring in the Orcish Bowmasters. This card has had a lot of raving about it, and this is a perfect shell for it. Orcish Bowmasters is a 1 and a black Orc Archer with Flash. When it enters the battlefield, and whenever an opponent draws a card, except the first one they draw in each of their draw steps, Bowmaster deals 1 damage to any target, then amass Orcs 1. So, this is good against the One Ring. Let's just start with that. Because whenever they start drawing loads of extra cards with the One Ring, we punish them for it by doing damage to their face or their creatures and amassing an army of Orcs. But the real reason this is in this deck is A, it creates an army, so it amasses Orcs when it comes in. So it's 2 creatures for 2 mana, which is good because we need creatures to sack. So more creatures is more difficult for our opponents to remove if they may know what we're doing, or even if they don't. And then it also has Flash, so not only is it 2 creatures, but it's 2 creatures at the last minute. So like, what are the odds they can interact with both of them before we can cast the Rise of the Witch King? What a perfect card for this scenario. 4 Bloodtithe Harvester, plays very well with Fable. It comes in with a blood token, which is an extra discard outlet for us, not to mention that the Harvester itself is a removal spell for small creatures. 1 Meathook, 1 Spiteful Banditry. These are to deal with the creature decks that are around. Now maybe we should be running more of these, not sure yet, but I wanted to test out one of each because A, Meathook is legendary, not that the legendariness matters too much, but hey. And then 1 Spiteful Banditry is actually just like red Meathook, right? It's red for, when it enters the battlefield it does X damage to each creature, so it's damage not minus, which is subtly different. And whenever 1 or more creatures that your opponents control die, you create a treasure token. Great. So instead of costing them life, when our stuff dies, it's whenever their stuff dies we get treasure. So I think that's actually better because treasures in this deck can be useful because we don't actually run all the different mana colours to cast Atraxa. To cast either green, white or blue, we need treasures. Not green, sorry. To cast white or blue, we need treasures. So we always need at least 2 treasures to be able to hard cast Atraxa if we're ever going down that route. And then our last 2 cards, Fable needs no introduction, Crucias needs no introduction. If anyone thinks the One Ring is broken, they haven't played around with Crucias enough. This card is absolutely cracked. Not only does it give us the treasures to hardcast Atraxa, it helps us put these in the graveyard, it ramps us to being able to play Rise of the Witch King, and it just helps us filter. It filters us to the cards we need. I mean, what more can you possibly want? In this deck, we are playing with 25 lands. Feels about the right amount. We're not really aiming to hardcast these, but we will get there eventually if we have to. We only really need to get to 4 mana. And with Fable and Crucias filtering our cards, I think we've got a pretty good chance of getting there. And then we're running pretty much complete hybrid mana base of all the different colours we need. No, I'm not running any basics, which could get us into trouble every now and then, but for the amount of times it comes up, honestly, I don't think it's worth considering. I'd much rather have the mana I need when I need it in this kind of deck. That's the deck. It's very basic. It's utilising quite a few new cards, 7, 8 new cards. So, you know, no one can say we're not trying out new stuff. Old strategy, new stuff. Let's give it a go and see how we get on. All right, here we go. Time to see if this is as broken as it appears. Not an ideal opening hand, but good enough. What are you bashing around for, boy? Ink, right. What is this? What is this? Must be some infinite mana combo, is all I could possibly think you'd run this card for. What? I mean, it is a ninja. But what? You're going to pick up a 2-drop to play a 2-drop to kill this? Okay. I think the Spiteful Banditry is going to be good here. Nah. Let's make them discard. If they discard, then they play another creature, then Spiteful Banditry is going to just win the game for us. So we only have to do it for 2. Next turn we might be able to play Atraxa, or we'll just assemble the Etali in the graveyard. Okay, Etali it is. Our Crucias back, and we'll have your Silverfur Master. We'll just pass, I guess. Could have played the Harvester, but okay. Easy block. Now it's Silverfur Master versus Silverfur Master. And Atraxa. Seems reasonable. We'll take the Meathook, I think. Maybe a Bowmaster. No need to attack. Discard a card we can do. That is within my range. Let's just Meathook. Maybe it'll make them concede. Apparently not, so we'll have to keep trying. Yeah. I know there's never give up, but come on. Alright. That was effective. But then it will be if we draw our banditry against ninjas. I mean, they could run us over early, but didn't look too dangerous that game. Let's try more. Alright. So far, I would say I can't see the One Ring being a problem for this deck. This is a nice starting hand. I mean, got a discard outlet with Liliana, Bowmasters for the early game. Let's see what opponents bringing, what pain they're bringing. And a nice land setup. Okay. Could counter it because they did untap the Crossroads. But kind of a fine card to get countered, to be honest. And this is looking... I guess they could have their own Bowmasters, since they didn't counter ours. I'm playing this before attacking because I want to see, you know, if this would be a blowout through some flash creature, or, you know, the fact that they didn't counter this meant that they had something else, I think. So it's Esper. Esper Legends with a scroll, but then a meat disappear. Esper Tokens. Esper, I have no idea what this is. Let's play this. They can't block, so we can attack. Yeah, that's what I thought they might do before. That's why we played the Liliana first. Oh, I should have cycled this in response to them playing it. Now we're giving them 1 free damage and 1 amass, accidentally. Okay, let's play this first. That was quite a juicy target, but this is more juicy. Maybe it's removal they have then if it's not counter. Errant and Giada. Okay. Nearly clipped greater, that would be a blunder, given that we haven't got any cards greater than 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should have thrown the Atraxa and kept the Etali because we don't have a way of playing the Atraxa with only 1 treasure. Fine. Yeah, look, we would have been jamming Etali, although they probably would have been countering it in fairness. That's also a flash or flying. Oh, so this is like a flash tribal. I see. I see what's going on here. Tie. Cast off the top. Very nice. Yeah. Interesting doing it to the Harvester. Should we sack the Harvester? Target Skrell. And then I think we'll just discard the Cliffs, because then we've got our second treasure, which means we can play Atraxa anyway. And we might find something useful like that. That is very, very, very useful. Especially if our opponent keeps jamming creatures in. We'll block. Save ourselves some life. Gonna try and do Banditry here anyway, for 3. And then at the end of their turn we can assemble our Etali. Okay, get back, make disappear, sack the Siphoner or the army, and then it will counter. That's nice. Yeah. Okay, so we have to take 5, which is a bit upsetting. And also Etali might not be so good here because our opponent's running Make Disappears. Obviously, if we hit a counter off the top, that's not the best in the world. It's just non-land, not non-land permanent, sadly. Well, that can be a blessing in a disguise, I suppose. There are some instants and sorceries who'd like to cast off the top of their library, but I don't think they're running Invoke Despairs and Farewells. Let's see if they counter this. It would be very unlucky for them to have 2 counters in their hand. Because if they counter this, we should be pretty safe playing out Atraxa. And if they don't counter this, we will just bring back Etali, because it's an ability and they can't counter that. Well, there are some cards, but they're rare. What is this? Okay, I suppose. It's a shame that we drew this Atraxa. It would have been nice to hit it off the top with Etali, yeah. Stopped us getting a Bowmaster, I suppose. Let's assemble a Bowmaster from parts ourselves. That went quite well. We've now got a blocker for the flyer, a blocker for the walkers. And we can see what we're getting next. impetus is now on the opponent, I think. Crucias on top. Let's try this. They haven't been countering our other spells, so no real reason to suspect that will get countered either. Which will find us a land, a sorcery. Let's take a Crucias. Okay. Gives them something fun to kill, right? We'll attack with this. Bang. Because we seem to have one coming up. The problem with this deck, once it gets rolling for the opponent, it's just like so much endless pain. Turn a permanent, so we can return Liliana. Could be good. Okay, it might win us the control battle. So even if they can tap one of our creatures with a Kalim, they still can't get through with the flyer. This is just an almightily good blocker. And now we've got a big hand to go with it, so even if they board wipe or something, we should still be safe. Maybe. A lot of thought going in. I wonder what their options are. Maybe they've got an Etali in their hand, or probably. Maybe a genuine disconnect, because they still had a chance, but it wasn't going their way. GG. Okay. Mean cat. You're a mean cat. Great hand. Exactly what I'm after. Thank you, game. Oh. Look at this perfect run out. I think we'll go for the land. Because Bowmaster into Crucias, yeah, this is all good. All good news. And we're playing against Esper. So there's odds that they could be running Bowmasters as well. Seek new knowledge, okay, great. It means Crucias is clear. Which means we're doing a start of turn 4, Atraxa's coming in. Bam bam. And a little Fable just in case. Can't make it spin like the fine. We'll play this. Do one of those. Do one of those. Ouch. That's gonna hurt. 1, 2. Should Should we take Etali? Or Bowmasters? No, we'll take Etali. We might need another creature to start getting in if they board wipe this, since it looks like this is control. Hard to control against some speed like this though. Okay. So what are we going to want to spend this time? Maybe we're going to want a Crucias. Then we'll discard our Etali. Lesser. Okay. So we've got 9, 10 damage on board. I mean, I'm assuming there's a Sunfall or something along those lines coming. Maybe they're trying to get to Farewell? If it was Sunfall, you'd think it would have hit by now. Sorry, Mean Cat. That was just far too fast. Alright. Archfiend King. It's stopped putting us against the Platinum 1 players now. It's like, nah. Not a fair matchup, they're too easy. Platinum 4 is where the good decks lie, clearly. Not quite the banger of a hand from last time. Okay. Now that looks like it could be useful, looking at what's going on here. Humans deck. Yeah. Thalia, not great against Bowmasters, to be fair. Okay. So there's no merit in killing Thalia before they attack. Nah. I mean, I'm not sure what we're doing with all these Bowmasters, but... No block. Gosh, this Cavalier is causing me some pain. That is not the land that we want. Cuts 1 damage off of this, but we're dead. We're very dead. Yeah, that was a bit of a problem. No discard mechanism. Interesting. I don't know if that means we're short of them, or we're just unlucky, or we shouldn't have kept the hand. We need to play a little bit more and work that out. Next one. Ray. Ray. No Sleeve Andy. Reggie Ray. And we're on the draw. So we've got a creature to sack, we've got a discard outlet, and we've got a resurrection. We just need a creature to discard, of which there are 8 in the deck, giving us a 16% chance to draw 1 each turn. It's a nice target for Bowmasters. Ping ping. We are the ninja. Well, not we. You are the ninjas. It's a less good target for Bowmasters with its 4 toughness. The Disruptor's coming in again, that's good. Just play this now? Yeah. I don't want to let them attack anyway. And then there's no ninjutsuing in. This thing won't like the Bowmasters either. If only we had another copy. No. Yeah, nice. Some good treasures. These 2/4s are just kind of hard, right? I haven't got much that's got 4 health. Maybe we'll top deck a Atraxa and then just win. Nope. Still can't find one. Okay, let's attack with this. I didn't play this, which is interesting. Maybe a counter spell? No. Okay, well we've got some, at least a little blocking potential now. Unfortunately, they will be able to pick the 1000-face shadow back up because I can't block that. Oh no, hold on. Let's do that, because this, if they pick it up, it's dead, and this, well, can't stop anyway. Less bothered about a combat trick, to be honest. Don't really need the Harvester for much. I mean, it would have been nice to kill this with, but they would have chosen to kill that if they didn't have a combat trick anyway. Yeah, another one. Yikes. Some treasures. Where are my friggin' Atraxas? They're still not there. Let's drop this now, shall we? Kill the shadow while we can. And then I think another Fable. We'll keep digging. So we should block everything this time to avoid any... Oh, what? Any ninjutsuing at all, I think. We don't want any. How many cards have we gone through? 16, and we haven't found any Atraxas or Etalis. We still haven't found any. I'm actually a bit baffled. What? What is going on? 19 cards. There's a 20% chance of every card now. So we could bring back... So let's make them sack something. exploit itself. Exploit that little thing that could be unblockable here. Okay, we've got their creatures down, but I'm still worried. Ninjas is harsh, man. I think we're gonna not block. I don't know if this is really stupid. Because next time we could have infinite blockers. Okay, they've got the amalgam back in their hand. Interesting. Are you kidding me? What is going on here? So we can kill this with the Bowmasters. Worth doing, and we can attack with both of these for our own treasures, since we actually can then copy something to block and then block with our 4/4 if they attack. I suppose they could counter me copying something. No, okay. You're going to be blocking now. We didn't even have a single Atraxa or Etali in the top. I don't know how many cards was it? 21 cards. That is insane. But we still won. Okay. Alright. Platinum 4 it is. It's where the big boys play. It's where the big boys play. This is a nice looking hand, as long as we get a bit more land. Managed to draw an Atraxa this time, I see green. Okay. Okay. Little halfling. What's up, little dude? We'll be getting rid of you. John Legends. Yeah, okay, Crucias. That's nice. Turn 2 Crucias. Very nice. You're reanimating as well? Maybe, but you're not yet. So let's kill this, shall we? Since they seem to not... Oh no, we went first, right? Yeah. I was thinking they'd missed a land drop, but they haven't. That's good. That's good. Sheldred, yeah, we didn't care. Whatever. Well, I'll keep mine for now. So we will do this. Then we'll have Etali. We'll have Banditry. And we'll have a Crossroads. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Then next turn, 4, 5, 6. We can only Banditry for 4, so that's not that great. Yeah, we'll block. We'll just be assembling our Atraxa again. We'll just do the infinite reanimation. You can help me put that in the graveyard. I'm good with that. Okay, more Crucias. Coven. This is the old school deck, what the opponent's playing. It's old school, man. Black for sure. Why not? So we do this on this. I'll have to use our treasure, which is a little upsetting, but not the end of the world. Because we'll find some cards. We'll take a ridge. We'll take an assemble, and we'll take a full health Atraxa. Right? Actually, no, let's take a Crucias. Oh, we can have this as well. Nice. I mean, we're going to have to discard some of it anyway. Let's discard this. This. That's it. Now we've got our Etali in there. Interesting discard mechanism. Just have so many cards that you have to discard your things to reanimate. Okay, we're getting it from our opponent as well. Yeah. What do I got? Siphon Breath and Noxious Nightmares. I think we're gonna hear some banditry occurring. Now, if we do this for 3, we'll then get a treasure, and then we can use the Bowmasters to finish off their 4/4. We do like this. Bang. Get our treasure. We pop in this little boy, and pew pew. Pew pew. Haha. Okay. Okay, that was nice, opponent. That was nice. You literally take my play, throw it in my face. It's smooth. You're still gonna lose. We're gonna have more cards than you forever because we're playing Atraxa, and you might be as well, but. Throat. Oh, go for the throat gun. Okay. So, should we take Etali this time? Hey. Oh, that's nice. Oh, Crucias, guys. Then, shall we play a Fable? Well, we'll throw away our Crucias. There's an Atraxa for us to play with. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What do you need for this? 9. We had one more land. Ah, gosh, we're gonna have to Meathook this now. Yeah, whatever. You found your coven again. Duress and Siphon Breath. This will be the concede vote. Yeah, you can go in. Whatever. Boom. Now you got nothing. No, we'll just assemble. We'll restock our hand with Atraxa. And in fact, should we just ship in Etali? 1, 2, 3, 6, 8. Yeah, I mean, we can just bang him with Etali. Then they'll have to be blocking. This is still there if we need it. Thing is, yeah, we can force them to block Etali anyway, I suppose. Yeah. We do have to discard a card. Sorry, Lily. That better be a good top deck. It is a good top deck. Oh man. That is funny. It literally keeps him going. Literally, what is that? Come on, dude. Boom. Okay, here we go. We'll take a Bowmaster. Thank you. Oh, that one. Okay, here we are. Quick look at the stats for those who like that kind of thing. So, I have played 17 games with this deck, 2 hours, so not the fastest, not the slowest, but I say that the curve on this graph sort of speaks for itself. Now, obviously, I started it when I was in Mythic, when I was messing about with it, planning for this video, and then now we're doing the same back in Platinum, which is now effectively Mythic, and we've got a 76% win rate, which is pretty darn good. Most importantly, a high win rate against all the things that we're bumping into most often, which is really nice to see. I cannot believe that Selesnya is the top thing that we've bumped into with this deck, but hey, that's what it's like. The only thing that I've got a negative record against is Boros, and Is It. So these were a couple of like probably janky decks that I think were in Mythic, because at the end of a month you tend to find people playing all sorts between 90 and 95% in Mythic. But yeah, I think it's a really well positioned deck. I do think it's good against the ring decks, because I think it's fast enough. If you can get an Atraxa or Etali on the battlefield at like turn 4, 5, even 3 sometimes, very, very nice. And yeah, I think it's really hard to deal with once you get that ball rolling. Removing these creatures doesn't help them, and it's just good. Atraxa, yeah, it's a really broken card in terms of reanimation decks, and I think they really should have made the Enter the Battlefield like if this was cast, because I think it's a good card to ramp into. It's even better when you've got the broken Alchemy reanimation stuff. So that's my take on the deck. I think it's really strong for climbing. I think it would make a great best of 3 deck. And then, if you want to climb the ladder, use this one. Thank you very, very much for watching the video. I do appreciate it, and see you next time. Bye for now.